EA Sports coverage of the world of golf brings us to the place where it all began. They've been playing golf here since the 15th century on the old course at St. Andrews. Rich Lerner up in the tower, pleased to be joined as always by Frank Nobilo. And Frank, we cannot talk about the old course without talking about bunkers. 112 of them in all. We know they can derail around, so what's the key to avoiding them?
You just mentioned it, really avoid those bunkers. They're beautifully positioned. If they're downwind, you'd be surprised. The ball can run 60 or 70 yards. So you might be wondering why that bunker's down there, and then all of a sudden you find it. So just keep your eyes open. But yeah, hey, it's a beautiful walk, and that's really the way golf was invented and should be played, especially at St. Andrews.
Oh, this could be trouble. Oh, and that will run all the way through the fairway and into the burn here at 1. An early mistake off the tee. So the drop taken, and now he'll try to find some way to fashion an up and down from where he is and still get out of here with a par. Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that, in for a par. Well, here you get a real taste of what the old course will be all about. The double greens, the 411-yard par 4 second, the ideal spot. You want to be just to the right. There's so many famous bunkers here, but this one is well known. It's called Chief's Bunker. No damage done after missing the first fairway, but he should like this one a little bit better here at number 2. So from a little more than 70 yards, this is second. Not much left here for birdie. It is early, but he kind of needed that one, had to take advantage here, and he did just that. So good work, and he's 1 under through 2. Up next here at St. Andrews, the 370-yard par 4 third. Best to drive it left center to avoid a cluster of bunkers down the right side of the fairway. The real challenge comes on the approach, with Cartgate Bunker coming into play. No issues here. That is into the fairway. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Nah, that one's going to go begging. It misses right. Frustration there. That's 1 under on the day. Frank, the challenge begins to intensify here at the 4th.
Yeah, a bit risky if you try and hit it down the right side. Just about every player I've seen over the years has sort of aired a little bit to the left. That's a safer tee shot, but it does set up a very daunting second.
That was close to being good, but it'll hop off the fairway and into the heavy stuff.
Now, that's not a bad shot, and the reason why I say that, you see the lie? Thick, heavy, rough, just to forge that one out and get it on the green. Good going.
Oh, how good is that? Those are the kinds of long-distance putts you'll see here in Scotland, and that was judged about as well as one can. Okay, no problem with that one. Chance here at the par 5 fifth, Frank, to make a little move early in the round.
Yeah, it's certainly eagles galore. The 5th hole is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, shared with the 13th. So good tee shot, and you have a nice big target, even though it's a blind second shot coming up.
Oh, he is really striping it here in the early part of the round. There's another big one off the tee. Definitely within range of getting home in two. This, his second. Got every bit of that, flew it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in two on the par 5. Got it there, but not quite on target. A great opportunity here for birdie. Yes, a 2-putt birdie. That's in for a 4. Now at the 6th, not a particularly long hole, Frank, par 4.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot. You've got an idea where you want to hit, but there's a series of 3 bunkers. They're called the coffins down the left side, as well as some pop bunkers down the right. So this requires a very accurate tee shot.
And that will do just fine. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Yes, a good look at that one all the way in. It's a birdie that pushed that score to 3 under for the round. Back here at the Open Championship on the 7th hole here at the Old Course.
Yeah, blind tee shot. This is one hole that really does advantage the long hitter. They can get it very close to this green, but this green has got some amazing undulations in it.
And it would appear that that ball is into the bunker. Second shot straight ahead, and we go to Iona Stephen.
Yeah, and this is the price you pay for taking too much club off the tee, too aggressive now. Found himself in shell bunker with a tricky approach to the green.
Yeah, look out, kind of sculled that one, and that's going to be over the green and into the rough. This is a 9-footer. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. Right now at the par 3 8th, and how challenging is this hole?
Well, it's called short on the scorecard, but massive green. The problem here is trying to hit it close. A lot of little subtle breaks and undulations in this green, and often you see long, long birdie putts here.
And this is going to be in the short grass just off to the left. Boy, all the elements of his game have been in sync today. A terrific shot right there.
It's all about getting it inside that 3-foot circle around the hole. That was a really nice shot.
And that is safely in for his par as he'll stay at 3 under for the round. Bunkers, bunkers, and more bunkers. So this hole's only 347 yards as we close out this front side with the par 4 9th. They're called Bose's and End Hole bunkers, and they're right in the middle of the fairway. So it's all about the tee shot, putting it in a good spot. If you do, you're walking out of here with a 3, or you could knock it on and maybe bump one in, putt one in for an eagle.
This is all over it.
Dude, that! He just made an ace! Starting off the backside here at St. Andrews with the 340-yard par 4 10th, named in honor of the great Bobby Jones, 1927 Open champion and 1930 amateur champion. Right center off the tee, ideal here. The fairway narrows around 280 yards, but the green is drivable. Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Oh, that's a good stroke. Doesn't quite get the reward of the eagle, but a birdie would be a nice consolation, right? Now this for another birdie. If only they could all be that short. Very well played there, and it results in an easy birdie. Down to the par 3 11th, and Frank, what's the key here?
Well, this green is slightly elevated. Huge false front, sort of left and right of that Strath bunker. And of course that bunker on the hill, or should I say that bunker on the left is called Hill. That's the famous bunker where Bobby Jones couldn't get out of it many years ago and actually ripped up his scorecard. So a good tee shot here, just find that right level where the flag is.
Okay, took on the flag there, and it's going to leave a decent look at birdie. This one measures out to 15 feet. Nope, good effort, but that's going to wander a few feet by. That's in for par, and he'll remain 7 under for his round. Now at the 12th, and Frank, when you put the peg in the ground here, are you licking your chops?
Well, you are, unless you're playing into a head breeze, because if you are playing on a head breeze, then you've got to worry about the 4 bunkers that are in the middle of this fairway. Touch of help, or if you're a long hitter, then all you've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker just short of this green. There is gorse left and right.
Well, that is right, and that could be trouble.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though. Just gave that way too much.
All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. So now this, right around 25 feet for birdie. Oh, that looked good the whole way. Very nicely done. 7 under on the day. Moving on now to the par 4 13th. Frank, what's the strategy here?
Once again, to avoid those pot bunkers, the first one is called Nicks, and then the other 2 up ahead, once again, they're called the Coffins. Somehow you've got to go right or left of those or beyond those. If you can go in the exact right position, which is slightly left center, you will actually have a full view of this green. If they're left or right of that, then it's a blind second shot.
Nope, that wasn't the right line, and he'll pay the price as this ball gonna run off the fairway and into the bunker.
More evidence of the long bunker shot and exactly how difficult it is. So now, put that in the back of your mind, grab that wedge out, chip it close, still make a par.
Boy, nothing seems to faze this guy. He's been rock solid all round long, and he comes away with a par. We come now to the longest hole in the golf course, though it is a relatively short par 5 at 530 yards. This the 14th. Out of bounds wall on the right. Most players are aiming left to the landing area known as Elysian Fields. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there. Safely back into the fairway. That was the job at hand, and it's a good end result. Chance now for another birdie. Yeah, can't take those for granted. Good concentration there, and it's in for a birdie. Frank, one of the things I always loved about links golf is that you're not aiming at a flagstick or a tree, but sometimes you're aiming for a steeple in the distance, and this is a good example here at the 15th.
Yeah, the church steeple is the exact line off the tee. That gives you sort of the centre of the fairway. Really, you don't have to be overly bold off the tee. This is about just finding a nice... swallowed up by that.
That is poetry in motion right there. What a golf swing, and a big drive as well. This is why you practice these shots from under 100 yards. You've bombed your drive. Now it's time for the touch shot. Zip one in there close.
Oh, I always knew that was going to be a good shot when it left the club face. What's that, 8 or 9 feet? Excellent shot.
9 feet left here for birdie. Yeah, walk that one right in. That's a good putt. And it's in for a birdie. Headed for home now, partner. The 16th hole. And what are we looking at here?
Well, you have to avoid the principal's nose. Otherwise, you're going to finish up in the principal's office.
Whoo, some big drives today. That might be the biggest of the bunch. So a big drive, and not much needed to carry here for his second. And that'll do just fine. Not a long putt, but a side hiller for birdie. That's going to slide by to the left. Good work to get into that position, but couldn't finish it off. And that safely in for par, so no shot gained there. He'll remain at 9 under for the round. Arriving now at St. Andrews' infamous road hole, often considered the most difficult par 4 in golf, the 17th tee shot has to fly those railway sheds and the grounds of the Old Course Hotel, landing on a narrow fairway beyond.
Once again, another great tee shot. I'm starting to wonder, how low can you go? And the driving has been simply superb.
So Iona, this his second from the fairway.
We're looking at 131 yards left to the flag, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
Oh, this is straight at it.
It is a really good line.
Oh, just a beautiful performance, and this round looks like it's going to get even better. Just a beautiful iron shot. The sound off that club face.
Okay, that nothing more than a tap, and that's how this round has gone. Just a sensational display so far. Headed for home now with a Royal and Ancient behind the green, a chance to cross the Swilken Bridge, just as Jack Nicklaus did, as Arnold Palmer did, as so many of the legends of the sport have done. This is a special place in the game. That's the kind of swing you want to break down and study. Perfect tempo on the backswing, club head pointing to the target, and then just an explosion through impact. Very well done. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
Well, it was an impressive effort off the tee, but here we are in the Valley of Sin, a piece of land that's fraught with enough history to earn its own biblical surname.
This is an 11-foot putt. Yeah, that's how to end it. Back-to-back birdies at 17 and 18. And how about the final?